understand, and I don't totally agree, and I think it kind of illustrates the difference in what we think about this bill and what the thought process is on your side of the aisle. You said workers have the right to bargain, and I get that. I agree that workers have the right to bargain. And I'd say workers are the same as employees. Workers and employees, to me, are synonymous. But we see daycare people as the employer. They run their own business, they set their own hours, their conditions of employment. They are not, to my mind, an employee or a worker who would bargain with their employer. So that's a big difference we see here, and I don't agree with how you folks see that. And the other thing you mentioned was that if the unionization is allowed to proceed and go through, that their wages and benefits would be improved. And I mentioned this last night also, that if that's the reason for this, all it would have taken was a bill or an amendment to the HHS bill, and you could have done that. You could have raised their wages and benefits to whatever you felt was fair and right and honest. So I don't see that either as a real reason behind this. They are employers, and the state could set the benefits and wages. And right now, that's you folks over there, the party in power, that could have done that without doing this unionization plan.
The ball on this debate, I was gone last night. Happily, my son got confirmed today, which was just a wonderful thing. And he said, "Where were you in the debate?" And I wrote him back. He was sitting up all night watching this. I was like, I'm amazed that people sit up all night watching this. At church this morning, one of my good friends said, "Oh, I liked your speech on the health bill about the future costs." And it's like, you were listening to that speech? How did you happen to catch my speech on that whole long 2-hour debate? The people aren't paying attention. I was just quite surprised about. And speaking of my family, my daughter just graduated from physical therapy school. She's now a doctor of physical therapy. So I think I might need both of us to work together to help the overreach that's going on this floor. And I was at the same church service this morning, and the people were coming up to me and saying, "What are they doing down there?" And they usually just ignore me on this topic, so I just tell me that people are noticing what we're doing. And some of the hardest overreach things to fix are repetitive trauma, where you do it over and over again, so just beware. So anyway, the reason I stood up on this thing was because Representative Anzel's, and I appreciate his love for labor, and there's no one more passionate, and Representative Cornish and I and others have a strong regard for labor as well. And those AFSCME and SEIU workers out in the hallway, those are the absolute salt of the earth. I represent an Oka Treatment Center. We had some problems up there, and thanks to the Commissioner for resolving some management issues and taking care of our good workers and some actual abuses that were going on there. But I do want to say that choices do matter, and I wanted to point out some things. Representative Anzel's also mentioned respect for workers. And, you know, choices make a difference. In the bill that we passed, doctors are going to get a 5% increase on their pay. Judges are going to get a 3% increase, which is $12,000 a year. The PCAs in the budget you guys passed, which I objected to, are getting 11 cents an hour. When you raise $2.1 billion in taxes. Really? Now, I realize your commitment, but I want to caution you, just saying you're committed and actually acting out are two different things. So, one thing else I want to mention, and I'm not going long on this, I'm just kind of catching up, and I want to tell you that there are some challenges out there. But I want to caution you, if you do this contract with these PCAs and the family child care workers and give them a 5% raise, the budgets, the contracts we pass, without putting the money in the budget, that money comes out of the budget of the department that got the raise. And so if we actually give a 5% COLA to these child care workers and the PCAs and haven't funded it somewhere, we're going to create a waiting list in the child care world. And somehow, I don't know how we manage a 5% raise in PCAs, but to cut something else. So it sounds kind of good, and I'm not questioning your motives, but I'm saying true respect is where you spend your money for real. The House bill left at 2%, came back at 1%. The House is more respectful in this process. But in real life, what you vote for, what you take out of here, is what matters. And this bill that we're passing here is not about respect. It's about problems. The real respect is how you do your budgets, and I urge us to do our good work for these people through the budget. Thank you.